Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2016 coverage with me, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven. In this episode we're looking at Sonic Beyond the Speed by YesMen10, who's the same bloke who did that Studiopolis fan game that we looked at a little while back. This is more in the style of a modern Sonic game, so we've got all the modern Sonic maneuvers, things like the boosting, homing attacks, stomping, sliding, and lightspeed dashes. So yeah, very much a modern moveset, very akin to that of Sonic Generations and Colours and things like that. It's also quite similar to another fan game that we played from this year's Sage, by the name of Sonic vs Darkness. This unfortunately doesn't feel as polished as Sonic vs Darkness, which is a little bit of a shame, so it's kind of sitting in its shadow unfortunately. So all you get to play in this demo is this tutorial stage, which teaches you all the maneuvers, because there are lots. It gets a little bit annoying because the hint boxes will activate every time you move past them, either if you're going backwards or forwards, and a lot of the times you do have to move back on yourself so that you have enough run up to actually do what is asked of you. So that can get a little bit irritating. But otherwise it controls nice, it's nice and robust, the homing attack works the way it should, you control the way you're supposed to. The only time I ever thought that it was a little bit misprogrammed was during a wall running section. That basically you only run as fast as you run into the wall. So I did a little slow sort of run into it, and I also sort of stuck to the wall but running quite slowly, which looked a bit bizarre. Hopefully that's something that can be fixed so that it registers only when you're moving at a certain pace, so that you look like you're going quick, which would add to a nice effect there. But yeah, otherwise it's alright. There's one extra technique which I thought was quite interesting. You've got like a flash kick which sends off a projectile which you can attack enemies with, which I was quite intrigued by. But because this is all just a tutorial stage, you don't really get to put it to good use. What follows the tutorial stage is a special stage, which is kind of like the half pipes from Sonic 2. It's just that you're viewing it side on and you're moving across 3 tracks instead. So it's not as eventful, unfortunately, but it works well enough, and the game works well enough as well. If you like modern Sonic gameplay, this is, you know, it works as you'd expect it to, and there's some fun to be had. It's just annoying that there isn't a stage where you can then go and use all the techniques that you learned in the tutorial and see, you know, put the thing through its paces, because yeah, the tutorial stage doesn't really give you a proper indication as to what the final game is going to be like, which is a shame. So yeah, there you go, Sonic Beyond the Speed. That's kind of all I can say about it. It's not particularly visually nice looking because, like I say, it's all based in this sort of tutorial world, so it's very sort of barren and not particularly indicative of what I imagine the final stages will look like. But it plays nice enough, and if you like modern Sonic gameplay, you'll certainly have some fun with it. It's just not the best example of modern Sonic gameplay that we've seen at this year's Sage. So yeah, probably, I mean, once we get an actual stage to muck around with, you can really see what this is like and put it to its paces basically, and then I'm sure it can really sort of show itself and shine a little bit better. But at the moment, this needs work.